So that's why the very first place we're gonna, well, for one, we're gonna look at, I don't think we got any new skills. This is also probably a problem. We have 33 unused skill points, but yet I have no skills to spend those points on. That's probably a problem. I would think. Probably a problem. Yeah. Problem number one. There's also this. These truth bullets, they were like truth bullets that kept on getting built upon. So like this is gonna be rough, and so we're gonna go through these again, because I think this trial, when I looked it up, it said 2 to 2.5 hours, so it'll probably be about 3 hours. Am I full of despair yet? Dude, I've been full of despair for a long time. Also, Hajime appears to be full of despair, so we're doing great. This is going really well. Yeah. All right. Reserve Department. A department populated by reserve course students who took general entrance exams, in contrast to the main department, which recruited ultimate level students, established to secure funds for Hope Peak Academy. They were running out of money. Reaper, how's it going? I am not finished with the game yet. It threw a curveball at me. I thought I was gonna be done the other day, and I wasn't. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, they throw me in another case. 2,357 students in the reserve department were infected by Junko's despair and committed mass suicide. There was only one survivor, and Hajime thinks that's himself. How many hours until finished? I don't know, 2.5. I'm hoping, but I'm really gonna try and push tonight. Is the last night of this, and then we'll move on to something else. I'm either thinking Tales of the Borderlands, because I've never played it, and I really want to finally play Borderlands 3. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Resident Evil 1. I want to finish that up and move on to the others, because I own most of them now. And, or the Devil May Cry series, which I only own the first one, but I might buy the others tonight. So, with my casualness, 2.5 to 3. Great. So, right on par with what I thought. Tragedy of Hope's Peak. Hope's Peak Academy invested all their resources to create They created this guy? Izuru Kamakura, the ultimate hope. Izuru was later involved in an incident in which he brutally murdered 13 members of the student council. Despite the Academy's efforts to conceal this incident, a certain someone took advantage of this incident to provoke the dissatisfied reserve department students into rising against the Academy. The tragedy. This hopeless event was caused by a group known as Ultimate Despair and was responsible for completely destroying Hope's Peak Academy. Through their utter devotion to a certain person, they brainwashed the masses and filled countless people with despair. Ultimate Despair. This term was adopted by the group responsible for causing the tragedy, but in actuality, it originally referred to a certain female high school student named Junko Enoshima. However, Junko killed herself at the climax of the Killing School Life after she lost to the students of Hope's Peak Academy, which we saw at the end of Danganronpa 1. Killing School Life. As part of the tragedy, Junko Enoshima forced the students of Hope's Peak Academy to kill each other, filmed their deeds with the school's surveillance cameras, and broadcasted it to the entire world. Academy survivors. According to the report from the Future Foundation, there are apparently 15 people who are known as the survivors of Hope's Peak Academy. It seems that all 15 survivors were safely taken in by the Future Foundation. The Remnants of Despair. Even after Junko Enoshima's death, an influential group known as the Remnants of Despair still exists. Unless they are stopped, the tragedy will never end. Manga? Well, from what I've learned, a manga is actually anime in like book form. But I think this is actually considered like an anime game. List of subjects. Everyone's names are written under this list of subjects. The list is written on a clipped newspaper article. The article was about a woman who looked like a fully grown version of Hiyoko Saionji. Oh, actually, this game is referred to as a visual novel. Sorry. The Academy's founder, the placard on the portrait hanging in the office said Hope's Peak Academy founder is Izuru Kamakura, but looks nothing like the person on the book that we found. hope cultivation plan. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy attempted to create true hope by consolidating the results of all their research. Email to Makoto Naegi. This is where it got really, really strange because it was like we were finding these little by little, and they didn't really state too much of when they were actually sent. So, where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What are you doing in a serious act of... Wait, what you're doing is a serious act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you how dangerous it is to keep these people alive. Stay calm and think about it carefully, or think about this carefully. You guys are going to be lied. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideals, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy you survived and helped you recover your memories. Immediately return to the remnants of despair. Immediately return the remnants of despair to our headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of a future filled with hope. Now, they're mentioning 15 people as the remnants of despair. Kind of wonder if those are the people that ended up on the island. And also the 6, I'm assuming that they are talking about, I'm assuming are the survivors from the first game. Wow, Ninja, what's up, dude? What's going on, man? Welcome. Neo World Program. Okay, this is when things took another level of weirdness. Went up a whole entire level. Apparently, Alter Ego was speaking to us, and they were talking about almost something kind of like the Matrix. So, like, that was like, well, I can talk to you, but I can't really have an effect on anything that's going on. That's up to the observer. Yeah. So, well, this is going to be weird to follow, but program created by the Future Foundation. It allows its subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. It can replace memories formed in the real world with the information contained in the synthetic virtual world. So basically, from the way it sounds, this thing can erase memories and put fake memories in there. So that sounds like it might have happened to us and our friends here. Cool, man. Well, I'm glad you came by. It makes sense to you? Sure it does. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of the virtual world. It was a program for creating hope, but it became filled with death and violence after the virus infected it. And the virus being despair from Junko Enoshima. That's what I've put together, if it makes even any sense. So like the Matrix, kind of. Which is what I think they were going for, especially with the name Neo there. In the Neo World program, the two observers take on the role of teacher and student respectively. An enormous amount of authority is given to the teacher observer, including the power to create rules within the program. Which sounds like Monokuma, but from the silhouettes you see there, that's Chiaki and Monomi. And Monomi, in like her diary, was saying like Monokuma showed up and ruined everything. So I don't know what happened there. If Monokuma like infected her. What made me switch? Basically, what it came down to was a lot of tech issues. So I explained it a million years ago, but it wouldn't save all of my VODs out. Sometimes when it would save out my VODs, it wouldn't be the whole thing, or it would be all glitched out. Therefore, it was crap for putting on YouTube. What other thing? Oh, I would go live. Sometimes it wouldn't even tell anyone that I was live. Sometimes I would actually go live, but it wouldn't actually like reach their server, but it would tell me that I'm live. So like it was just a lot of tech issues, like one after the other. It was really annoying. So I'm like, you know what? I already have my account on Twitch. I'll go back and here all that stuff works the way it's supposed to. It's showtime. Oh, I know. But yeah, like I had a video on it, or like we had like a stream where I went over it for like 15 minutes. It was cool. It's not broken for everybody. if I was a partner, I could probably have a little more input on it, but not being a partner, it was, hey, I noticed I couldn't get my VOD. Oh, we're sorry about that. There's nothing we can do. I like that they responded really fast, but I didn't like that they basically were like, we don't want to help you. And I was just kind of like, yeah, you know, okay, fine, bye. Like, that's fine. Yeah, and then it was cool. Yeah, we actually do have a sub button, but I'm trying to get a couple of my emotes to be put back on, and it's taking them forever. But I think it's because of the holidays. I lost the time you got scared by a Hell Knight. Huh? Yes, that was one of them. I streamed, and it was streaming and everything, but when I went back to go look at the VOD, it was gone. And I got scared twice in that stream, I think. And I jumped. I remember that. Yep. A lot of money. Yep, that's how they got him. A lot of money. And that's fine. That's fine. It's business. It's business. Like, that's long and short of it. And that's fine. He's a great streamer. I think their service will get better. Definitely. But for me, for what I was getting out of it, it wasn't. No. 11037, the password to enter the ancient ruin. Even the teacher doesn't know it. For the person who set up this password, this number is very meaningful to them. Shutdown sequence, a special command that can be used during the graduation exam. If you use this, you can override the observer and forcibly escape from the Neo World program. Not even the teacher observer can prevent that. So there are limitations to what the observer can do. Future Foundation's origins. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope Speak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Reserve Department. A department populated... Wait. Yep, okay, this is where we started. No, don't do it. He did it. Hey, Reaper! He won the roulette. Thank you, Shadow, for gifting a sub to Reaper. Hey, I got an emote for Shadow's gifting a sub. Looks like it's a Christmas emote. All right. Okay. Now we're actually gonna jump into this. Are you guys ready? It's gonna be bumpy, okay? I'm warning you right now. Bumpier than things have been. Okay, your safety belts, kids. Here we go. I'm nervous. Turning on my fan.
I did say I wanted you guys to know the outside world, but this is still a questionable starting topic. Let me ask you this. What is this world's true identity?
It's Earth. I know it.
This world's true identity? What kind of question is that?
This world's true identity. If I answer this, it will be true. And that lie will become the truth. But there's no way I can leave it unanswered. Oh! It's a Hangman's Gambit already, huh? Okay. Good talk. That was quick. Okay. It's not an R. Whoops. I think it's virus. Virus says. Is there a U somewhere? There it is. Oh, virtual. Oh my gosh. It's the virtual world, guys. Don't don't spoil it. Shadow. Definitely
This
the Matrix.
This Jabberwock Island we're on.
It's a virtual world that was inspired by the actual Jabberwock Island.
Hey,
So, this isn't the real world, but if you want, you can call it the game world.
Or the
You
Matrix.
get it? It's all just one big game.
Are you friggin' serious?
Maybe.
Don't fucking mess with me, you bastard! Did you have us all come here just to tell us bullshit?
If this is a game, are my words being displayed in a text window right now?
Cause not so stupid all of a sudden.
That's stupid. There's
Oh.
no way that's even possible.
Never mind. Still stupid.
I know. The all in your mind trope makes you feel such cruel despair.
Just like the simulations, kind of.
But who cares? I revived all the suspense and mystery with just one line. Cause it's a game.
Then we were forced to kill each other.
Cause it's a game.
A lot of crazy shit happened.
Cause it's a game.
That's a fun soundbite.
We're the only people here.
Cause
it's a game!
Monokuma's nonsensical abilities.
Wait for it.
Cause
Cause it's a game! That wasn't right, like, on cue, but that's it's a game.
Don't fuck with me! That's not even possible!
No, you don't want to go any further.
I know you guys are pissed, but you were having fun too, right? A world where anything goes
You know-
only exists in games.
I was having fun about until 2 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden, it became a lot less fun.
So just force yourself to accept it. This closed space, this game world, was the true stage of this killing school trip.
Just stop. There's no way. There's no way I'm gonna believe that.
Back in the day, people must have reacted the same way when they first saw the airplane take flight. But like wearing contact lenses, it'll stop feeling strange once you just get used to it.
Please do not compare reality to contact lenses.
Yeah, they make you touch your eyes and stuff. I can't do that.
I mean, if this really is a virtual world, what does that make?
How was the Chiaki death? It was the coolest one I've seen out of all of them, but it was heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. Yep.
You better not say we're fictional characters.
The Future Foundation created this world using a program called the Neo World Program. It's programmed to place the user in a virtual world by synchronizing directly with the user's brain.
Oh my gosh, this is so much like the Matrix.
Which means your body still exists in the real world. But right now, you're completely submerged in the game world, as if you're dreaming or something. Simply put, you're, not aviators, but
Shadow, did they get in trouble for like any type or like get sued for anything? Because this is obviously kind of almost a beat for beat ripoff. Nope. Wow.
I mean, Avatar, right? An existence created in the game is a copy of the user's real body.
This is probably how they got around it, is them saying, no, it's a game. What do you mean it's a real world simulation? No, it's a game, guys. What do you mean it's like that really popular movie that you made called The Matrix? Like, like it's nothing like that.
but we're not just regular avatars, right?
But can we use the name Neo? Also, I'm waiting for Morpheus to come up.
your avatars were constructed by removing a specific thing from your bodies in the real world.
Your reproductive organs.
What did you remove?
The specific thing that was removed from our bodies, he's definitely talking about that, right? Oh. This is probably it. Forget what I said.
I see!
What I said made no sense.
What was removed from us was our school memories, right?
Yeah, that's more like it.
You mean we're avatars that were created from our memories from before we entered the academy?
So that's why we don't have our memories of our lives at Hope's Peak Academy? Don't talk like that!
Oh, you just did.
Like we're made from memories of the past. Like we're avatars. Like this is a game world. How'd we end up talking about sci-fi crap? I'll never believe it.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not sci-fi, it's a game!
This world is a virtual reality created by a computer program. We can't proceed if we don't accept it. Is believing him really the only thing we can do? Oh my!
Is there any evidence that this is really a game world?
You are the evidence!
What does that mean?
Your avatar's made of memories from before you entered the school! But your actual bodies in the real world are different. Though you have no memories of your time living your school life, your real bodies actually lived that life.
What game world? What avatar? I'm a human being with a real body!
This is a virtual world where avatars that were created for this world. I don't want to believe something like that, but okay.
Is there any evidence that this is really a game world?
You are the evidence!
What does that mean?
Your avatar's made of memories from before you entered the school. But
This is
your
gonna be
actual
good. Oh, this is
bodies
gonna
in
be
the
rough.
real world are different. Though you have no
We've all
memories
run the
of your time
simulations. They're
living
tough,
your
but
school life,
ain't invincible.
your
Stay with
real
the
bodies
Stay with the
actually
Master
lived
Chief.
that
You don't
life.
know what to do.
What game world? What avatar? I'm a human being with a real body!
Is there any evidence?
You are the.
What does that mean?
Your avatars, but your actual. Though you have no memories of your real bodies actually lived that life.
That must be it.
Wow. I can't believe that I just agreed with Monokuma. It just felt weird.
Earlier, in the teacher's lounge, I found this strange newspaper clipping. There was a picture of Hyoko, but she looked more like an adult than the Hyoko we knew.
Look like an adult? What does that mean?
Since we're avatars right now, we look exactly as we did before we entered the school. But in the real world, we've already lived out our school lives. Which means we've grown that much older. And among us, some age so much we didn't recognize them.
And you are saying that happened to Hyoko?
It appears Hyoko had a growth spurt during the school year. Looks like the other shorty graduated, Fuyuhiko.
I can't believe that. You're just making shit up.
Yeah, no.
But if you guys only had memory loss, your body still should have grown during that time, right? So you should have felt your bodies go through growth spurts. But why didn't you guys recognize each other?
Because we did not know each other before we lost our memories.
If we all met after we lost our school memories, it's no different than meeting each other for the first time. Since we didn't know each other before that, we wouldn't have noticed how much we've all grown.
No, hold on. If we didn't know each other before, and we wouldn't have known. Wait, and we wouldn't have known if we aged or not by looking at each other. Wait, if we didn't know each other before, and we wouldn't have known if we aged or not by looking at each other, then wouldn't he have noticed a difference? I think it's Monokuma. Monokuma?
Crap!
If we didn't know each other before, and we wouldn't have known if we aged or not by looking at each other, then wouldn't he have noticed a difference? What? I don't even know. He said he, so I'm gonna pick all the males. I'm not understanding what you're saying, boy. If we didn't know each other before, and we wouldn't have known if we aged or not by looking at each other, then wouldn't he have noticed a difference? Hiko?
You're the only one!
Hey, Fuyuhiko. You knew Peko for a long time, right?
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
since
that
they were
you mention
kids.
it,
Since they were babies.
seems weird. No. Now that I think about it, it's definitely strange.
Strange? What is?
Our school memories. About how many days' worth were taken away.
As the creators of the Neo World program, only the Future Foundation would know the details, but around 2 or 3 years worth, I assume.
Why would you know that, Monokuma?
That long? Peko and I have seen each other almost every single day of our lives. If we lost 2 years worth of memories, we would have noticed that we were older than we remembered.
So, does that mean our memory loss is another one of Monokuma's lies?
Your refusal to accept your mutual memory loss is why you can't notice all the important parts. You've lost your memories, end of story. You guys are avatars who had their memories taken from them.
Imagine if the whole entire thing with Peko being the protector of Hiko was a memory that they injected into them. Imagine.
This is a virtual world, and we're virtual avatars. Are you
I don't
saying
know. No,
we
that
just
doesn't make
have
sense.
to accept that?
I can feel my heartbeat, and I know what I smell like.
Also, she's told us very many times she has a tail and she does not want us to touch it.
So what do you call these things I'm feeling? Are you saying these are all lies?
They're called feelings.
Just because it's a game doesn't mean everything was a lie. Have you heard that when you're hypnotized to believe you've been burned, a burn mark will really appear?
Is that That's not true. That's
So if our brains
Not
believe
true.
something is real, it's no different than if it actually happened?
Now that you mention it, I did hear about a phenomenon quite similar to that.
what?
In a distant country, there was a certain experiment carried out on one of their prisoners. The prisoner was blindfolded, strapped to a bed, and had small wounds applied to his toes to drain his blood. That prisoner was left alone in the experiment room, as the sound of dripping blood echoed throughout the room. But in fact, his blood was not being drained.
My gosh. We're back. There's nothing there.
He was just forced to listen to the sound of dripping water, but he believed he was bleeding to death. However, in spite of that, the prisoner still died.
As expected of Miss Sonia. Your knowledge of state-sanctioned torture is amazing.
Kaz, you stop. You stop right now.
If a lie is a believable lie, you're saying it might become the truth? We're really just connected to machines and stuff. And our consciousness was uploaded into here. So we genuinely believe that this game world was real.
Then, the Jabberwock Island we've been living on.
Of course, that's also a virtual world. That sea, that beach, the buildings, everything. It's all a virtual world created by the Neo World program. It's just like this space we're in right now. What we see before us is a virtual environment created by the program. It looks real because our brains think it's real.
It's the Sentinels. That's why, in the end, it's just a game. Game over. It was all just a creation. That's the truth. Dong. Yo. The truth is it was all a lie. That is this world's truth.
If everything's a lie, then what should we believe?
Who cares if it's a lie?
Hey, what are you getting at?
I mean, if this is really a game world, everything that happened here took place inside the game, right?
Then that must mean...
Everyone who died didn't really die. Is that what they're trying to say?
That's
Oh,
right.
Chiaki.
The killings we were forced to commit were part of some silly game.
Red pill or the blue pill? Which one is it that keeps me in La La Land?
Everyone who was killed should still be alive in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Just because they died in the virtual world doesn't mean they died in real life.
Unless if when you die in the Matrix, you die for real. The brain cannot live. I mean, the body cannot live without the mind.
So,